This is what oil spills do to animals as a result of offshore oil drilling. But what is offshore drilling? Offshore drilling is the process of extracting petroleum from reserves located beneath the Earth's oceans instead of reserves located on the mainland. Offshore drilling happens everywhere, but nearly all of offshore oil and natural gas leasing and development activity currently occurs in the central and western Gulf of Mexico. It is mainly used for heating and generating electricity.
This may seem like a good thing, however, oil spills are a big part of offshore drilling. These spills usually occur due to people making mistakes or being careless, equipment breaking down, or due to natural disasters such as hurricanes, storm surge, or high winds. These spills greatly affect the quality of life for many marine animals and birds. Dolphins and whales can inhale oil, which can affect lungs, immune function, reproduction, and can even lead to death. Oil spills can also cause the loss of habitat for many animals, which may alter migration patterns and disrupt life cycles of animals and result in erosion of shorelines. Oil can also coat in animals' fur or feathers, leading to hypothermia and a loss of buoyancy. It can also make animals sick due to the toxic effect of inhaling vapors and ingesting oil. These oil spills are killing animals, which leads to those animals going extinct. When one species is lost, it triggers the loss of other species within its ecosystem, which will lead to a never-ending cycle of animal extinction, leading to the loss of biodiversity on our planet. Offshore drilling also leads to climate change, as the drilling releases toxic pollution into the air and water and releases volatile organic compounds, greenhouse gases, and other air pollutants, which affect our air quality and environment, inherently leading to climate change. Although oil rig explosions are rare, when they do happen, the smoke that exudes from the fire is very toxic for our environment and can also lead to climate change.
Although these changes may seem permanent, this is not true. There are many ways we can reduce oil spills from happening in the future, or even put an end to offshore drilling permanently. We can end offshore drilling completely by inventing new products that do not need gas or oil to function. For example, most car manufacturers have been creating more hybrid electric cars, reducing the demand for more gas and oil. We can use nuclear power to fuel industrial facilities instead of electricity, or we can even use wind energy to power our everyday things. However, using different types of energy and trying to convert it to everyday life will be a slow and hard journey. We can make offshore drilling less harmful by powering the rigs with environmental-friendly fuel that will cause less pollution. These are just a few examples of ways we can stop harming our world while also still being able to function as a community.
To convince people to start using more electricity rather than gas, we can provide incentives that convince people to limit their use of gas. One of these is purchasing hybrid cars instead of gas cars, by having opportunities that help preserve costs and time. An example of this is how cars can drive in the carpool lane on the freeway, as well as how prices are rising for gas. It becomes cheaper to no longer have to pay for constantly refilling your tank. We can also use nuclear energy in different factories because it is a low-carbon way of producing energy. By using this, it is more reliable and cost-friendly for run-in factories. By using nuclear power in various areas, we are putting less pollution into our environment. To push people to change the way they're using energy, we want to create more awareness of what problems will occur if we continue to do as much offshore drilling as we are now.
If we continue to use offshore drilling in the future, our world will suffer great consequences. Even if offshore drilling seems to be helpful, it harms our marine life and even life on land. The pollution caused by offshore drilling kills our animals, harms our air quality, and increases the amount of oil spills. If we start now and use natural fuel and create new inventions that do not need gas or oil to run, we can save our environment. Only we can take action and own up to our mistakes and help the world recover from mankind.